Hey guys, so this is the thing about me having a girlfriend, for example. You have to realize, for example, my situation. Currently, you have to understand that it's like, I don't go out to bars, I don't go doing one night stands and stuff. And it's like, the only way that I can meet a woman that I can pursue is through speed dating, or I can go on the street and just talk to a woman on the street, and it's like, I don't know. I don't think I'm ready for a relationship at the moment because of my situation, financially, spiritually, mentally, physically, independently, everything. And it's like, you know, there will come a time where I'll have a better peace of mind. I'll be in a better place, and I'll be working. I'll be doing things, all this kind of stuff. But you have to realize that what I do with my life is I go deep inside of myself, and I think with my hand. I think with my hand, and I do code zero with my hand. And now, code zero is a real thing you can do in your life. It's a way to think, and it's a complex way of thinking, but it's always coming back to the word I when you speak and when you talk with yourself. And now, when I think with my hand, okay, what happens is I start to just write in the air with a pen or with my fingers, and I use an e-writer as well. And why is this important? Because you have to realize that it helps me to go deep inside of myself. It helps me to reflect about things. It helps me to make decisions. It helps me to do things that I wouldn't otherwise do, you know? So you have to realize that, like, for example, with girlfriend, it's nice to have a girlfriend. It's nice to have someone in your life who believes, who wants to stay with you, who wants to help you, who wants to support you. That's all good with me. But it's like, when am I going to pursue that woman? When am I going to start in being in the dating game and all this? But you have to realize that for me personally, I have to get to a stage in my life where I feel so much better about myself personally, where I feel, hey, now I'm an inspiration, because of my habits, because of me going to the gym, me going and helping myself to realize that I am an inspiration. Although, I just want to get to a better place in my life, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, everything. And it's not a problem for me to have a girlfriend now. I can go and pursue a woman right now and have a girlfriend. And it just seems very hard to have a girlfriend when you're not pursuing to have a girlfriend, you know? And then you see the world around you, they're all with women, they're all with people in terms of women. Like men are with women and all this, and they are together, you just see it all over social media, how men are with beautiful women and all this, like it's like a dream, like this big dream to be with a beautiful woman in your life, to have a beautiful woman in your life, and you have to realize that I've got myself, I've got my hands, I've got my legs, I've got my body, I've got my eyes, I've got my lips, I've got my hair, I've got everything that about me I can keep for myself, and I don't need a relationship at the moment with a woman, you know, like it's not a must at the moment. Like it's a must eventually, but I want to say it's not something that is pulling me toward a woman at the moment, you know. So, like, because of my situation. But you have to understand that eventually, I like my freedom. I like my freedom. I like to sometimes sleep in. I like to wake up, not have to talk to a woman, not have to talk to anyone in the morning when I wake up, for example. I like to go out my own places where I go, be single, be free, all this kind of stuff, And it's good to have a single life in your life. It's good to be single sometimes. And it just doesn't seem like that situation for myself to have a girlfriend. It doesn't seem yet for me to have a girlfriend at the moment because of what I'm going through in my life, And let's say I do have a girlfriend. Well, now I'm just going to have one girlfriend and that's it, Like, that's all it is, You can only have one person in your life who's supporting you and all this kind of stuff. But in terms of closeness, And you have to realize that you have to get to the stage where you feel content in yourself not to have a girlfriend, not to have kids, not to have a marriage with a woman and everything. You have to feel, let's say, empowered by yourself to say, hey, I am worthy. I am worthy. I am a person who deserves a girlfriend, even though I don't have one. So you have to understand, you have to get to the point where you feel deserving of it, where you feel that you are worthy as a person and that you feel so good about yourself now that now it doesn't matter if you have a girlfriend or not, because you feel so good about yourself at the moment because of your situation, because of where you are in your life, that it doesn't really matter whether or not you're going to have a girlfriend or not, and you're just stable, you're just with yourself, you're going deep inside of yourself for the answers, you're going inside of yourself for everything you need, you got yourself for everything. That's why I say, like, your soulmate that you're looking for is you, You'll never meet another person in this life that's quite like you. That's why I say be your own best friend. Be your own best friend. Be a person that really loves you, Be a person that really respects you. And be a person who really takes yourself into consideration, takes yourself out. You're going out places, you're enjoying yourself, you're going somewhere, you're just enjoying your life, You're not trying to chase other people. You're not trying to chase some relationship that's not going to work. Like, God has a plan for you, God has a plan for you, and you can't force things, you can't force a relationship with a woman or a man. You have to get to a stage in your life where you feel that it's the best time now for you to have someone who supports you, because it has to be right timing, it has to be the right place at the right time with the right people, all this kind of stuff has to be the right timing, okay? And with all that said, I've been looking into my life, and social media posts a lot of things about men and women and how they're all together and all this, and even when I go music events and all this kind of stuff, I see women with other men. It's always women with other men. Women are going with other men. Women are kissing other men. Women are having sex with other men. All this kind of stuff, all this bullshit, and then you start to compare, oh, this woman's having sex with this guy, or this woman is kissing this guy and not me, and they're not having sex with me, but they're having sex with that guy. And that's all comparison, and that's all to make you feel down on yourself, and listen to me, put all that in your hand, put everything in your hand, and start really reflecting about your life. Start understanding that you are deserving of a woman or a man, and that you have what it takes to succeed, that you have the ability to become financially free, that you have the ability to speak your mind, and that you have the ability to do whatever it is that you want to do with your life. But have a good life, have an enjoyable life. Start realizing that you have to get somewhere with your life. Regardless of if you're going to have a woman or not, or a man or not, you have to pursue yourself. You have to pursue your dreams. You have to go for yourself. You have to pick yourself over other people. Because when I was younger, I wasted a lot of time on women. I wasted a lot of time on people, chasing them, always calling them, always messaging them, all this kind of stuff, and I was spread out, I went always, and suddenly I stopped messaging them, I stopped calling them, and none of them called me back. None of them even wanted to hang out with me ever since I stopped messaging them, and it goes to show where my time went in those people, and all this kind of stuff. And I realize now that I'm much better off without them. I'm much better off not being with those people, because they're not true friends. And now I find myself in a better place than I ever was in my life now. And yes, I have to make some improvements in my life, but I find myself much better now. I'm much wiser. I'm much more, let's say, intellectual, and I have a better, stable mind now. I'm much able to ask for help. I'm much more able to do business. I'm much more able to grow myself and have a good life for myself, because I am a smart individual, and I'm not afraid to be at ground zero, because I've been at ground zero many times, and life is going to level you up regardless. Let's say you're not leveling yourself up, then life will level you up. So you've got to understand that you might find rock bottom at some point in your life, but start improving yourself now, and start focusing just on yourself and improving yourself, rather than trying to chase other people for a relationship, and rather than trying to chase other people for anything. Okay? So focus on yourself, focus on your development, focus on your mindset, focus on your way of life, focus on you, focus on going deep inside of yourself is the answer. Okay? You have to understand, go inside of yourself today. Keep going inside of yourself every single day, every single moment, every single second. Find those answers that you're looking for. Start answering your own questions. Start answering people's questions. Start solving problems. Start really dwelling in yourself and trying to find the answers to your life. Because everything's inside of yourself right now. And you just have to wake up every day, be joyful that you're alive. Make sure that you understand that you're not in jail, you're not in a CPU unit, you're not in hospital, you're not in a rehab, you're not in jail, and you're not homeless, okay? So you have to realize that you have to get to a better stage in your life. So you need to go deep inside of yourself, and you need to start realizing things about yourself that you never recognized before. And you have to start being grateful about your life, and start really focusing on yourself today. And that's the answer for this video. You have to realize when you go deep inside of yourself, you'll find answers. You'll find something inside of you. You'll find something inside of you. You'll start really developing yourself, and you'll start really understanding that you are everything in this world, and you have to really know that in your life, and you have to really recognize that. So anyway, guys, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and see you guys very soon.